Hello, amazing. What does it really mean to be alive, to live your life and feel that feeling of living it? Welcome to Reframes, the podcast where we invite you to take a different perspective on life. I'm Matthias Jacobsen. And this question about what it means to be alive, to really live, came up the other night after a long day at work. I'd come home, and these days I try to do bedtime with all the kids every night when I come home, and we read books, and then eventually it's time to be quiet, and obviously that's the time where they're most open to actually talking about stuff. And this past week, Noah, our oldest, who's 5, began asking questions about a topic of death. He asked me if he was going to die, when he was going to die, if other people were going to die. And let's just be real, I hadn't prepared anything for this conversation. I didn't really know. I didn't have a prepared answer. I hadn't thought that this was a conversation we would have now. I knew it would come eventually, so but I wasn't ready for it right now. And it's bedtime. It's not the time where you want to go deep in a big philosophical conversation. It's time to kind of find peace and calm and go to sleep. So, I think my first instinct was like, oh shit, do we really need to have this conversation now? Could we just, could I just say, you're not gonna die, meaning you're not gonna die right now or in the foreseeable future. But I also believe that this is an important topic, and I don't think that it helps to lie about it or to be twisting the truth. So at first I was like, okay, let's do this. And I was like, yes, you will die. Everyone will die. And of course that made him very sad. And he was like, I don't want to die, Daddy. I don't want to die. And he asked about other people, if I was going to die, if Mom was going to die. I was like, yes, everyone is going to die. And he's like, I don't want to die. And after a while, I could see, this is not really going anywhere. It's like we're focusing on the wrong thing, because he kept asking me questions around what will happen when I die, and when, and So then I said, okay, the important thing, Noah, is not that we die. We all die. And we don't know when, and we don't know exactly what's going to happen. Nobody knows. But the important thing is to live. That's the thing we can do every day. We can live. And then I was like, oh shit, what does it mean to live? I have to come up with something. But I said, to live means that you love someone. And fortunately, he has been talking lately about someone he loves. And so we could talk about that, the fact that you love her. And to play, and to do things that you want to do and things that you like to do every day. That's what we can do. And eventually, after repeating this theme a few more times, I think we eventually kind of found calm and resolution, at least for the night. And I think there's a good takeaway in this. I think maybe a side takeaway is just to remember that, at least for me, these kinds of conversations are the real value of having kids. There's lots of things that are difficult, but this is the real valuable kind of difficulty with kids, that you will be forced or at least invited and asked about things that really matter. And I think the benefit of that, and this is the takeaway here, is thinking about this and remembering this. What does it mean to be alive? To love someone, to play, to do things that you want to do things that are important to you. And remember to do that every day. That's all for today. Thank you for listening to Reframes, the podcast where we invite you to take a different perspective on life. This podcast is produced in collaboration with Niki Schmikis. I'm Matthias Jakobsen, and I'm out of breath from walking uphill. Bye-bye.